Hello friends, today we discuss alcohols. Paper 301, Unit 3, Organic Chemistry. In this chapter, we will cover following points. First one, preparation of monohydric alcohol from alkyl halides using Grignard reagent by reduction of aldehyde, ketones, carboxylic acid, and ester. So first point in this chapter is preparation or formation of alcohol. Next one, physical properties. So physical properties means you know very well melting point, boiling point, density, solubility, all parameter including physical properties. Next one, chemical reaction. Chemical reaction with sodium with carboxylic acid, which is known as esterification, with acid chloride, anhydride, reaction with HX, reaction with PX5, PX3, thionyl chloride, dehydration of alcohol and oxidation with alkaline camenophore, acidic dichromate, and concentrate nitric acid. So, in in this point, we discuss so many chemical reaction. Next one, distinction between primary, secondary, and tertiary alcohol, Lucas test, Victor Mayer test. And next one, diols, oxidation of diols by periodic acid and lead tetraacetate. Alcohol definition. So generally we know that alcohol is the series of methanol, ethanol, propanol, etc. When hydrogen atom of alkyl compound is replaced by hydroxyl group of water, the resulting is called alcohol. So friends, we understand the definition of alcohol. So here the molecule of ethane, generally alkyl compound. So the hydrogen of alkyl compound is replaced by hydroxyl group of water molecule. So this hydroxyl group attach with this carbon, so it's become alcohol molecule. So it's a simple definition. The hydrogen atom of alkyl compound, hydrogen, so here this hydrogen atom of alkyl compound is replaced by hydroxyl group of water molecule, and finally we get alcohol. Now alcohol is believed to have got its name from Arabic term alcohol, meaning of the alcohol is the essence or the finer things. This term was specifically used to denote very fine powder of black antimony sulfide that was used by Arab women as an eye makeup to enhance the sparkle in their eyes. They usually applied it in form of paste under their eyelids. It was obtained in a pure fine form by process of sublimation, heating the solid to vapors and again cooling it. So friends, here one word, sublimation. I think you know very well what is sublimation. Remember semester 2, semester 4, semester 6, inorganic qualitative analysis. A primary test, heating in dry test tube. Particularly ammonia present in your compound, in your inorganic salt, then we perform heating in dry test tube. So heating in dry test tube, first solid compound converted into the gaseous form, and the gaseous form will deposit on upper layer of test tube, which is known as sublimation. So particularly when ammonia present, then sublimation occurs. The term alcohol found its way into English in 16th century. Day by day it's alcohol to alcohols. So it's a simple definition of alcohol. We understand very well. Then classification based on number of hydroxy group. So based on number of hydroxy group. So first depend on number of hydroxy group. Alcohol are known as monohydric, dihydric, trihydric or polyhydric alcohol. So monohydric, mono means one. Suppose one hydroxy group present in this structure though, which is known as monohydric alcohol. So here example of monohydric alcohol is methanol. In the structure of methanol only one hydroxy group present, that's why it's called monohydric alcohol. Now second example, ethane 1,2-diol. In this structure two hydroxy group present, so two hydroxy group means dihydric alcohol. Now third example, 3 hydroxy group present in this structure, propane 1,2,3-triol, which is known as trihydric. So simply classification friends, one hydroxy group present which is known as monohydric, two hydroxy group present which is known as dihydric, three hydroxy group present which is known as trihydric alcohol. So it's a simple classification. Now next classification, which is very important, classification based on type of carbon atom having hydroxy group. So alcohol are classified as primary, secondary or tertiary alcohol depending on the type of carbon to which hydroxy group is attached. So friends, the structure of butanol. So this hydroxy group attached with this carbon. So this carbon attached with only one carbon, which is known as primary alcohol. Now this hydroxy group attached with this carbon, and this carbon attached with two carbon. There one carbon and two, which is known as secondary. Third one, this hydroxy group attached with this carbon, and this carbon attached with three carbon, first, second and third. So which is known as tertiary alcohol. Simply friends, simple phenomena. The hydroxy group attached with carbon and this carbon attached with one carbon which is known as primary, while in case of secondary hydroxy group, here hydroxy group attached with this carbon and this carbon attached with two carbon which is known as secondary alcohol. Now turn to tertiary alcohol. So here hydroxy group attached with this carbon and this carbon attached with three carbon, first, second and third, which is known as tertiary alcohol. So simple classification. First one, based on number of hydroxy group, some simply one hydroxy group present which is known as monohydric, two hydroxy group present which is known as dihydric, and three hydroxy group present which is known as trihydric. Now classification based on carbon atom having OH group. So it's a simple classification. The hydroxy group attached with this carbon and this carbon attach only one carbon which is known as primary, and here hydroxy group attached with this carbon and this carbon attached with two carbon which is known as secondary alcohol. And now third, tertiary. So this hydroxy group attached with this carbon and this carbon attached with three carbon, 1, 2 and 3, which is known as tertiary alcohol. So it's a classification, very simple, very easy. Now next one is nomenclature of alcohol. So nomenclature of alcohol can be done with three different methods. First one, common name system. It's a very common. Suffix alcohol is used after common name of alkyl group. Suffix alcohol. So we see the example pentyl alcohol. First, count how many carbon present in this structure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 carbon, which is pentyl, and hydroxy group, it is called pentyl alcohol. It's a very simple common name system. Here 4 carbon present, so it's butyl and hydroxy group, that's why butyl alcohol. And also allyl group present, so it's allyl and alcohol, so allyl alcohol. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 means heptyl, 7 carbon present, that's called heptyl alcohol. Here benzyl group, so benzyl alcohol. Now vinyl group present, so vinyl alcohol. Here secondary, when secondary alcohol, the example of secondary alcohol, so secondary for SEC, sect, And how many carbon present in this structure? 1 2 3 4 5. So 5 carbon, it's pentyl, sec pentyl alcohol. And next one, tertiary. Here the example of tertiary alcohol. So tertiary for TERT prefix for tertiary. And 4 carbon means butyl, tert butyl alcohol. So it's a very simple common name system. Next one, carbinol system. Alcohol are regarded as derivative of methyl alcohol, commonly called carbinol. So friends, methanol, which is known as a carbinol. So here methanol is carbinol. Now we isolate carbinol molecule, and the remaining carbon present is 1 2 3 4. 4 means butyl carbinol. Here also we isolate carbinol molecule, and remaining carbon 1 2 3. So 3 means propyl carbinol. Here we isolate carbinol molecule, and 1 2 3, 3 methyl group means trimethyl carbinol. Here also we isolate carbinol molecule and dimethyl carbinol. Very simple. Here also ethyl group, so diethyl carbinol. So it's a very simple nomenclature method, carbinol system. Now next one, IUPAC. IUPAC is a very important as a exam point of view. In this system, first we discuss the rules of IUPAC system. First one is, in this system, first the longest chain containing carbon having hydroxy group is determined. Longest chain. So first we preferred longest chain. Next one, the chain is termed. The chain is then numbered so that carbon having OH group get lowest number. Remember very well, the chain is then numbered, so then carbon having OH group get lowest number. It means we have two numbering from hydroxy group, so hydroxy group getting lowest number. Next one, in naming, the suffix e of alkane is replaced by suffix ol. Suppose methane, so methane, last one e, suffix e replaced by ol, so it's methanol. Simple, methanol. Next one, 5 carbon present, 1 2 3 4 5. 5 means pentane, pentanol. 4 carbon present, 1 2 3 4. 4 carbon present, so it's butanol. We also discuss some more example. First, we giving numbering of the structure 1 2 and 3 at 2 position methyl group present, so it's called 2 methyl. 3 carbon is a propane, 2 methyl, propane 2 ol, and 2 position OH group present, that's why 2 ol, 2 methyl propane 2 ol. Now next one, orthotolyl methanol. So here this, do you know this structure? The structure of toluene. From toluene we can say that orthotolyl, and here methanol, so it's called orthotolyl methanol. And it's a very simple, give numbering 1 2 3 4 5. So pentane, 5 means pentane, and at 3 position hydroxy group present, so pentane 3 ol. It's a very simple. Once again giving the numbering lowest number, so we have to numbering from this side, not this side. 1 2 3 4 5. Pentane at 2 position hydroxy group present, so it's called pentane 2 ol. And simple, 1 2 3 4 5 6. 6 carbon present means hexanol. Next one, this type of molecule numbering is compulsory, so we giving numbering from this side, 1 2 3 4 5 6. At 2 position iodo group, 3 position methyl group, 4 position chloro, but alphabetically 4 chloro, 4 position containing chloro group, 2 iodo at 2 number iodo group present, and 3 position methyl group. And how many carbon present? Longest chain, so 1 to 7 carbon, it's a heptane. So final name is 4 chloro, 2 iodo, 3 methyl heptanol. Next, giving numbering of the structure: 1 2 3 4 and 5, longest chain. So 1 position bromo group, 2 position methyl group, and 3 position this group, which is known as nitroethyl. 1 and 2 carbon, so ethyl, so it's a 1 nitroethyl. So naming is 1 bromo, at 1 position bromo group presence, 2 position methyl group presence, at 3 position, here 3 position, 3 position nitroethyl present. And how many carbon at longest chain? So 5 carbon, it's pentanol. So final name: 1 bromo, 2 methyl, 3 in bracket 1 nitroethyl pentane 1 ol. So IUPAC nomenclature is very simple. Practice more and more structure, then you easily give IUPAC nomenclature of alcohol compound. Next one, method of preparation of alcohol. First one, from alkyl halide preparation formation. Simply, so from alkyl halide, here chloroethane react with potassium hydroxide, we get ethanol. So this chlorine will remove and hydroxy group attach with this carbon, so we get ethanol. Another example, 1 bromobutane react with sodium hydroxide, this hydroxy group attach with this carbon and we get butanol, and this Br will remove from this molecule, so removal of NaBr, sodium bromide. Primary and secondary alkyl halide undergo this reaction by SN2 mechanism, while tertiary alkyl halide by SN1 mechanism. First one, preparation from alkyl halide. So the example of alkyl halide, very easy. Next one, alkene. So here ethane react with sulfuric acid, we get ethyl hydrogen sulfate. So it's a addition type reaction. And finally, on ethyl hydrogen sulfate on hydrolysis, we get ethanol. Another example, propene react with sulfuric acid, we get propyl hydrogen sulfate. On propyl hydrogen sulfate on hydrolysis, we get propanol. So propane 1 2 3 carbon, it's a propanol. Next one, from carbonyl compound. So carbonyl compound means aldehyde or ketone. So aldehyde on reduction, H2 means reduction, with the help of nickel, we get primary alcohol. So example of aldehyde is we take acetaldehyde. Acetaldehyde react with hydrogen molecule, with the help of nickel, we get ethanol. Simply we can say that on reduction of aldehyde, we get primary alcohol, while in case of ketone on reduction with the help of lithium aluminum hydride, we get secondary alcohol. So here propane to on hydrolysis, we get propane to ol. So we can say that, friends, aldehyde on reduction give primary alcohol and ketone on reduction give secondary alcohol. Next one, primary amine, from primary amine. So here primary amine RNH2 react with nitrous acid, with the help of nickel, we get alcohol molecule, removal of nitrogen gas, and water molecule. So example of amine is propanamine, react with nitrous acid, with the help of nickel, get propanol, and removal of water molecule as well as nitrogen gas. It's a very simple. And next one, fermentation is very well known method. The molecule of sugar react with yeast, we get 2 mole of ethanol and removal of 2 mole carbon dioxide. Next one, by Grignard reaction. Grignard reaction is very most important is exam point of view. So friends, formaldehyde react with Grignard reagent RMGX, which is known as Grignard reagent. So here formaldehyde RMGX, so uh, this carbonyl carbon of formaldehyde, the double bond will break, and here this bond will break, MgX attach with this oxygen, so OMGX double bond converted into the single bond, and this R dash attached with this carbon, so this transition state, and this transition state on hydrolysis we get primary alcohol. Now aldehyde react with Grignard reagent on transition, we get transition state, on transition state on the hydrolysis we get secondary alcohol. Now ketone react with Grignard reagent, we get transition state, then transition state on hydrolysis we get tertiary alcohol. So friends, note that here formaldehyde react with Grignard reagent, we get primary alcohol. We will increase one carbon, so aldehyde react with Grignard reagent, we get secondary alcohol. So here aldehyde one more carbon respect to formaldehyde, for that's why we get secondary alcohol. Now we add one more carbon, so ketone molecule, so ketone molecule on reaction with Grignard reagent we get tertiary alcohol. So friends, simply remember formaldehyde on reaction with Grignard reagent we get primary alcohol, aldehyde react with Grignard reagent we get secondary alcohol, on ketone react with Grignard reagent we get tertiary alcohol. So it's a very simple preparation of alcohol by Grignard reaction. Next one, hydrolysis of ester. So ester on hydrolysis we get alcohol and acid. So friends, here the molecule of ester, so we take example of ester, ethyl ester. So hydrolysis, so water molecule H plus and OH minus, then this bond will break, the addition of H plus and OH minus. So here we add H plus molecule, we get ethanol, and here OH, so it's acetic acid. So we can say that on hydrolysis of ester we get ethanol and acetic acid. In general, we can say that on hydrolysis of ester we get alcohol as well as acid. Thank you friends. So we discuss preparation, nomenclature, classification, revise some things. First one, two type of classification. First one based on number of hydroxy group, second one primary, secondary and tertiary, which very simple. Next one, nomenclature. Nomenclature also three type of nomenclature. First one, common name system, second one, carbinol system, third one, IUPAC nomenclature. You will practice more and more example, you will grip every structure of the alcohol we get easily giving nomenclature. Next one, preparation of alcohol. So several preparation by Grignard reagent, alkyl halide, alkene, primary amine, on reaction with aldehyde, ketone. It's a very simple. So friends, refer this topic, watch this video. If you any doubt, any problem, then message me, contact me, I will resolve your problem. Thank you friends, and next part we will discuss physical property, chemical properties, and some other topics in this chapter. Thank you friends.